Well, good morning, Derby Jack here. Well, I'm still online. I probably will be online until about tonight. Unless I can just pay up that, what I just don't have right now, all of it. So anyway, actually I'm just shy at $70. Everything else paid off. But anyway, in saying that, either way, I will eventually be back on. I'm still working on when I'm going to get out of here. I've been praying about it and stuff, but maybe it might be better for me to if I, when money comes in, to pay this rent for the rest of this month, and then I'll have my money from my income tax come in a little later. It's just logistically I can't do it any other way. I hate to have to lose that extra money that I could have for me, but that means that next month my other money will come in, and I'll still be up to about $2,000 or $3,000 then. So right now it's just logistically I may have to pay for this rest of this month, just to get out before I can get out of here. And maybe by the end of this month my friend will be ready to be able to come out. So I'm just hoping logically, and it has to do with the finances. So anyway, reason I'm on here today, I've been waiting. I've seen it on Facebook. I can't do anything on. I got 2 days. I can't say anything on Facebook. I can't even say yay or nay. They don't like me there. Anyway, especially the devil worshiping transgender community. Isn't that a joke? Not only devil worshippers, but transgender devil worshippers. Good God, Anyway, but the problem is right now. Are you a parent? You got children who are like 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe 10. They're going to grammar school, right? The younger kids, they're the ones they like to home in on. They did it last time out in California, about a year or two ago. They had brought lollipops with crickets and stuff in it, right, to your kids. But a lot of times they do this, and they never let the parents know. When they had certain things when you were a kid, when they'd have to have a permission slip. We're gonna go to the downtown library, or we're gonna take the kids and we're gonna go to a museum, or something like that. So or they had certain things they were doing, and you want your kids to be part of it. They don't do that no more. They don't respect the parent no more. They don't care that you are the ones that had the children, that they belong to you. They don't care about that no more. They believe it as community, the sheep's community sheep. They're little sheep from the big sheep. Because y'all a bunch of sheep anyway to them, right? Or as I like to call y'all a bunch of human monkeys. That's all. And here's the thing: the teachers there, the so-called witches and warlocks. They don't get, and all the principal, all these people, right? So what's happening is Tyson has been changing their formulas. They want you to eat bugs. That's what they think of you. This global warming bullcrap, all these people. Al Gore, another guy that needs his butt kicked, sitting there talking to, 20, 30 years sitting there talking about stuff that's supposed to happen 30 years ago, and it still hasn't happened. It's still harping on things that should happen. It never happened anyway, and won't happen because it doesn't happen that way. They can't get past the point of what the shape of the world is. They can't get past the point of what's right and wrong, and they keep pushing stuff that isn't right. It doesn't exist. Global this and global that. Well, when you get past the globe and find out that's not even real. But anyway, here's the thing. What they're going to want to do now, and they're not going to want you parents to get in on it, and that is they want your kids to eat bugs. That's right. Bugs of all things, right? That's what they want. That's what they think of your children. They want them to eat bugs. It's bad enough that some of the foods that they've had in schools in the last several years ain't fit for a dog, but now it's even gotten worse. Now they're making, the type of foods that we're eating right now, not even animals will eat, They don't eat some of the stuff like candies and ice cream. The ants and stuff stay away from certain things that we have to eat. But now we're going to eat them. That's right. They want us to eat. I'll tell you what, they ought to be glad I'm not a parent right now. If I had a child right now and I found out they did that, my child comes home and tells me that, hey, I had to eat a bug today. You had to eat what? You had to eat what? Oh, no, that ain't going to fly with me. Where's my AK? Where's my bazooka? Where's my 45? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You made my child. You made my child. Do what? I'd be down there. Somebody's going to piss their pants. Somebody's going to crap their pants, because I ain't going to deal with that if I'm a parent. And I'm trying to talk for you parents. I hope that you parents are like that. I hope right now some of y'all out there are getting trigger finger itches, twitches, and stuff, because I know that would make my trigger finger twitch. Some mongrel's going to try to make my child eat bugs. I'm telling you right now, these people in high places, they need to go. One way or the other, they need to go. Yeah, we can't change things, but we can pretty much slow it down. We can pretty much put brown spots in their pants. I'll tell you that. Make them water themselves. I'll tell you that, because if I had a child and they tried to do that, I'm telling you right now, I'd go to jail. I would go to jail. If not for murder, I'd go to jail for hurting somebody, because that stuff ain't going to happen around my child. And if you're a parent and you don't do something about it, if they did it to your child, you ain't a parent. You're a worthless flesh bag, and you don't even deserve that child. You won't protect that child's stomach. You won't protect that child. It's bad enough y'all allowed those children to roll up their sleeves when the car called on it, right? But no, you're going to let them make your child eat a bug. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. I'm telling you right now, I keep up with my schools. If you have a child in school, you better call down there every day and find out exactly what. I would want to know what the curriculum of that day is every day. I would want my child to come home and I want them to give me a paperwork of what they're doing the next day. I want it written. And if I find out I don't want my child to partake in this, I'm bringing it. My child ain't partaking in bug eating. That ain't going to happen. They ain't coming to school. All of this stuff these monkeys want people to do, I'm telling you right now, it's time to rise up. It's time Christians to rise up. It really is. This is ridiculous. These people don't have a right to do what they're doing. And I'll tell you what, like I said, if I had a child, somebody's going down. They tried to do that to my child. Somebody's going down. This ain't a threat. This would not be a threat. This would be protecting your own, protecting your child. You got to protect your children from people in schools. We never had to do that before. We thought that when we sent our children to schools back in the day, right, when they were sending, that no, it wasn't like that. Because now, look at the world now. Look at what all those schools have taught people to be. A bunch of ignorant people. A bunch of stupid people. Now they're going to do this to your children, and even worse. It's bad enough. You think it couldn't get any badder than them trying to tell your child that they're not right in their own package, that maybe they need to be a female and they need to be a boy or something like that, trying to change what God made, trying to change what God created. What an insult. Insult. Oh, I'm mad. When I hear this type of stuff, I'm angry. I'm not feeling very godly right now. Oh, I am, don't get me wrong, but if I were to put it in an emotional way, no, I don't feel very religious. I don't feel very Christian character right now. I feel very, like I said, trigger finger happy right this moment. Because when I hear that type of stuff, people like that don't deserve to continue. When they want to destroy the stomach linings of children, destroy their minds, destroy their youth and everything else, these people don't deserve to continue. Destroying the minds of children, destroying the bodies of children, manipulating and destroying their minds. This is the type of stuff's going on with your children. I'm telling you right now, it's time you take your children out of public schools, because public schools are the most dangerous places for your children. They are the most dangerous places for your children. If you keep your child in a school that would do this type of thing, you're a fool. You're an ignorant fool. I would take my child away from these places, because these places are dangerous to your children's health. They're dangerous to your children's minds. All these warlocks and witches, you know what we used to do to warlocks and witches back in the day. I'm thinking shish kebab. I'm also thinking what happened in Maui. I want to see a witch hat melt. Yeah, I want to see a witch broom melt. Yeah, that's what they travel on, right? Yeah. I want to see some melting. That's right. Maybe those noses can melt in a good ray gun fire. I don't know. Right? All of these monkeys, right? Sitting there doing the things they're doing. Do your children. Do your children. But like I said, most of y'all out there, you've let them already tell your children it's okay to be gay. Let your children, it's okay for a grown up to allow a little child to sit on their lap, and we got a president who loves little children touching his legs and hair and stuff in the pool, and likes to grope women and children and sniff them, and that piece of crap in the White House. There you go. There's something that needs to go away, don't you think? Both clones need to get gone, right? Up and gone, right? And then we let's talk about the so-called right, the Republican side, a bunch of mongrels. Don't even know don't even know anything. All they do is have a bunch of hearings on the Hill to make themselves feel good, and nobody goes to jail. Why hasn't Fauci gone to jail yet? Why hasn't that lying piece of crap gone to jail yet? Why? Don't know. So I better shut up, because they don't like me here. They don't like me anywhere. Derby Jack's not liked, man. They don't like Derby Jack because Derby Jack speaks truth. They don't like truth. They don't like arrogant truth. And I can be as arrogant as the rest of them. But I'll tell you what, I'm arrogant in the right way. I'm arrogant righteously. That's right. I believe in truth of God and His Word. I don't believe in mongrels. I don't believe in mongrels that don't have a right to do what they're doing. And here's the thing. The only hope we have is they're gonna face hellfire for it. They will. Destroying children's minds, destroying children's bodies, and now they're gonna destroy the children's bellies. I mean, good God, how much destruction do y'all gotta have until children are no more? How much more? Y'all don't love them. Here's the thing about you all people who don't have God in your hearts. You don't love shit. You don't love anything. You don't love yourselves. That's what's pitiful about y'all. You don't have you don't have any love whatsoever in you. All the love you have is a flail love, and that's love that has no substance whatsoever. There's nothing about it that's worthy. You give me phileo love. That's a curse. I don't want your phileo love. Take your phileo love and shove it. I want the agape love of God. That's powerful love. That's real love. That love takes you to heaven. Your love just sends you to hell, where you belong. That's right. You want to be there, then you belong. You don't belong there, but if you want to go there, then go. But you ain't taking my child with you. That's what I'm saying. If you people or parents out there, make sure you protect your child from these freaking witches and warlocks. Like I said, I'm thinking marshmallows on a stick if you got my drift. It's a shame. It's a shame. So I'm going, pray for all the people in harm's way. Pray for your children. And like I said, keep up with what these mongrels in schools are doing. Do not let them have a day to come in. And do not let your child, if you find out about it, do not let your child go to school that day if they want them to eat bugs. And you better find out about it if you're a parent. Keep up with what's going on in the curriculum of those schools. You have a right to. Don't let them tell you you don't have a right to go in. You have a right to monitor what those children are learning in school. You have a right to sit in the back of those of each class every day. You have a right to. Don't let them tell you that you don't. Don't let them tell you that. You have a right, okay? Every state has on their own, constitutions and their own Bill of Rights and you have a right to be able to monitor your children. And you have a right to be able to go in those classrooms and hear what they're teaching them. Don't let them tell you ever any otherwise, because that would be a lie from hell. They lie to you and tell you it's a law. Mandates are not laws, okay? They're not laws. Okay? They're not. Unless it's actual law that's been put on it, it's not a law. Okay? Do not let them tell you any different. I don't care what state you're in. You have a right to go in that school and monitor what these monkeys are teaching your children. So just remember that. But here's the thing, you have a right. So, like I said, though, you find out. If they try to go into your school and try to make your children, make sure you have a right to take your child out. They don't need to go there and do that, okay? And I would suggest, if that's happening, you get your child out of that school as quickly as possible, because they're poisoning your children. That's all there is to it. These mongrels. Here's another thing, people. Boycott Tyson Foods. Boycott Tyson Foods. I'm telling you right now, boycott them. Do not eat anything from Tyson Foods. Because do not buy anything. They're putting flour, they're putting roaches, wait until the cicadas come. Oh, you're gonna love eating a nice squishy cicada in your food, right? Maybe in your Campbell's soup, they'll put a couple roaches in there for you. Just think about your flour, anything you make, when I find out, I've been having to eat, Domino's pizza. I've been reading, they haven't gotten them in there yet. But when they start putting crickets and stuff in the dough and all, I'm not eating anymore. I'm trying to keep up with this arachnia crap, okay? Bug crap that they're putting in there. All kinds of stuff, man. It's amazing that they're allowed to do this, and it's amazing that you people will let them. So pray. Pray for people in harm's way. Pray for the people in Maui. Pray for people if they're going to die in these wars, that they die saved. And also, like I said, pray for me. I'm still a minister trying to do what I got to do. Anybody can still help with some finances, $1, $2, $10, whatever. I'd appreciate it. If I could get that extra boost of 70 to keep this on until the end of this month, it would be great, because I may have to stay here until the end of this month. Okay, so, and so that's probably it. So if you still want Derby Jack and keep this ministry going, then, help me out a little bit. If not, that's cool and fine too, So anyway, there's enough here for y'all to come and listen to if you like Derby Jack Ministry. I've still got music on my music channel. Y'all haven't heard that new song yet. It's called "I'm Addicted." So go find out what I'm addicted to if you haven't heard the song yet. So anyway, there's that fake globe. Good God, they always like to put that fake globe. Yeah. So anyway. I love y'all, Derby Jack out, and I hope to see you all on the other side.